We're going to be talking about how to sort of clear the storage on your phone, which is something that affects a lot of us. I know it definitely affects me. In terms of what we're going to be covering today, we're going to talk about why our phone storage fills up, how to check what's using space, ways to free it up, how the cloud can help, and then some costs, and then pros and cons to think about. So, why does our phone run out of space in the first place? Well, it usually comes down to a few things. First of all, photos and videos, especially if you take a lot of them. Apps and updates, they can take up a surprisingly big amount of storage. And then also messages and browser data, which quietly pile up in the background. In terms of some background info, older phones had almost no memory, like enough for a few texts and a couple of photos. But now that we can store thousands of files and apps, that's great. But it also means that it's easier to hit the limit if we're not keeping an eye on things. Why do we want to free up our storage? Well, first, your phone is going to run faster. You'll have room to save new photos and videos. And believe it or not, it can actually also help you keep your battery last longer. So, all these are really good reasons to do sort of like some digital cleaning. In terms of how to check your available storage, if you're on an iPhone, you can just go to settings and then general with that little gear icon, and then iPhone storage. And then there you can see how much you have used, what's using it, and what you have left.
Wait a minute.
For Android, it's a little bit different. You go to settings, tap storage, or sometimes it's called device care, and then it's the same idea. You're going to see a breakdown of what's taking up the most room. Okay, now we're going to talk about easy ways to clear up storage. So some quick ways to clear up your storage involve deleting apps, especially ones that you don't use anymore, offloading big message threads that you don't need, clearing your Safari or browser history. There's also the free up space feature in settings, getting rid of duplicate photos or downloads, and then backing up your photos with Google Photos and then deleting the local copies. In terms of clearing up storage on computers, so like on a Mac or a PC, on Windows, you can go to Settings, System, Storage, and turn on Storage Sense. That automatically clears out temp files. On a Mac, you can go to the Apple menu, and then it will say About this Mac, and then there will be a little thing that says Storage, and then you can click Manage, and then you'll see suggestions like Optimize Storage, which is really useful. In terms of built-in storage features, phones are actually getting smarter about the whole storage process. So a lot of them have built-in tools now. So there's a breakdown of app usage. So it'll tell you like which app is taking up the most storage. One-tap cleanup options, auto delete for old messages or files, and automatic clearing of recently deleted photos. So that's all really helpful. There's also the option of additional storage backup. So if you're running out of space constantly, backing things up is key. So for example, you can use Google Photos that will store all of your pictures and then free up your phone space. iCloud also keeps everything synced across your Apple devices, and then if needed, you can always buy more storage. So here we have a little bit on the subscription cost. So cloud storage can cost a little depending on how much space you need. A few gigs might be free, but if you're storing everything, it might be a couple bucks a month, which is still way cheaper than buying a new phone. So let's break down the pros and cons now. The pros are freeing up space is fast, it makes your phone run better, and it's often totally free. The cons are you might need to learn a new tool. It can take a bit of time, and cloud storage usually needs Wi-Fi, and it could cost a little bit depending on how much storage you actually need. Yeah, that was all for my presentation. Thank you guys for listening.